Hello, I'm Denver Mayor Michael Hancock. You know, you never know when life is going to throw you a curveball. Here in America, every 45 seconds, someone has a stroke, sometimes called a brain attack. Stroke is the leading cause of long-term disability in the United States. It's something that can happen to anyone at any time, regardless of race, gender, or age. So I'm asking you to join me in helping to strike out stroke. What can you do? First, know your risk. High blood pressure or cholesterol, lack of physical activity, or smoking. Second, recognize the warning signs. I always remember FAST, F-A.S.T. F is for face. Does any part of your face feel numb or droop? A is for arms. Is there any weakness in your limbs? Is it difficult to walk? S is for speech. Are you having difficulty speaking? And T is for time. Time is critical, so call 911 immediately. Remember, know your risk factors, know the signs, and together, we can strike out stroke.
The stroke coordinators across Colorado get together to do Strikeout Stroke, and we do this in collaboration just so we can raise community awareness.
Strikeout Stroke at Coors was a very rewarding, exciting experience.
It was a really good time, family event. My kids all went and helped hand out magnets. Real empowering to teach the general public about signs and symptoms of stroke.
We had people coming back for extra handouts so that they could distribute it to their family and friends.
It's wonderful. So many people turned out for the game to educate the community. Nurses, doctors, therapists.
The t-shirts were really fun. Everybody made comments on the smiley face with a slurring smile, so to speak. It was a great opportunity.
I'll take one. Thank you.
Welcome to the Rocky, sir. May is Stroke Awareness Month. So the Greater Magnet with some signs of stroke. Good information to have. Thank you.
Thanks.
Hello there. How are you today?
Good, what you doing?
Signs and symptoms of a stroke.
Oh, cool. Thank you. I'll take one of those. Always good to know. Thank you.
Any batted or thrown ball or any that all about that thrown or batted balls called onto the field.
No, actually.
Rocky's been between gate C and D. Security screening and ball bags, jackets, and items carried in.
I'm a big part of it.
This is great stroke awareness.
Just happy to be here and privileged and honored to have our son throw out the first pitch. It's going to be quite the spectacle. So.
Oh, it's cool. It's really cool. May is Stroke Awareness Month, and now my friends all know about it, and my friends all know what to look for because they didn't think it would happen to me. So, yeah. You just stay with me in the front of the group so I can place you all accordingly out on the field.
Never in my wildest dreams would I have thought that I would make a difference somehow. And that's all I tried to do. So glad you're here.
In 1991, at the age of 34, Cindy Acree, who was teaching law school at DU at the time, suffered a stroke that left her paralyzed on her left side.
You know, I was 34 when I had my stroke. was very young. And too many times people think that strokes only happen to older people. The great thing about the event at Coors Field was the fact that we had thousands of people in an audience that had no clue that stroke doesn't discriminate because of age. So being able to be there in front of all those people, making sure that everybody understood that stroke is the leading cause of adult disability and the third leading cause of death, this is a critical factor, and if we can educate people enough just to call 911 when they recognize the symptoms, this is a huge win for our communities.
Please welcome Sandra, who at the age of 71 had a stroke while sewing. She first noticed her arm wouldn't move, then her leg, and as she tried to call her husband for help, she was unable to talk.
I enjoy going to Coors Field for the National Stroke Day. I was able to meet people who had strokes, and it's quite an adjustment. When you have a stroke, you think, you know, my gosh, I'm the only person in the world this is happening to, and you're always waiting for the other shoe to drop. But there I've met a lot of people who have gone through the same thing I did, and it was reassuring to me that I'm going to get better. I was very surprised at the difference in ages. You know, I always thought that you had to be an older person to have a stroke. And there were women as young as 30 years old and a little boy who was 8 years old that had a stroke when he was an infant. And I guess I never knew that. And it was a good day for stroke awareness for me to find out all these different things. It was a wonderful event because of that.
Our next survivor is Charles, who had a stroke at the age of 42. At the time, Charles had no idea what stroke was. All he knew was that he had the worst headache of his life.
I was very excited when I got the opportunity. Yeah, I get to go to a Rockies game, because I've been here since the stadium was built, and I haven't been there. So it's been one of my desires to go see it, because it didn't hit me until I got pulled up into the stadium, and I saw it, and I was seeing the outside of it. I'm like, wow, I'm really getting ready to go to Coors Field. To do that in that type of venue was one of the highlights of my life, I have to say.
Now let's welcome Rebecca, who was 24 years old when she had a stroke. Since then, Rebecca has been a leader in her support group and enjoys motivating other stroke survivors to live a normal life.
It was great supporting Strikeout Stroke at Coors Field with my friends, and I really enjoyed meeting a lot of different people around Denver. Yeah, to see all the crowd, and it was really, really exciting. I hope that it will give more attention to stroke survivors and their families and their caregivers, how young it really can happen.
Please welcome Tim, an ordinary high school student who had a stroke at the age of 15 during a track meet last May. Tim's recovery has not been easy. However, with determination, hard work, and support from his loved ones, he maintains a 3.7 GPA, excels on the tennis court, and has achieved his goal of becoming an Eagle Scout.
I thought it was pretty cool being on the inside of the Coors Field. I mean, I've never been on the inside. Getting to see other people who have had strokes. I thought that was a good way to raise stroke awareness, give them some information about what to do if you know someone who's had a stroke or if they're having one. It was also pretty awesome to have my face on the Jumbotron so everyone in Coors Field could see my face.
And he got to throw out the opening pitch for the Rockies on Stroke Awareness Day. And how'd you do?
Really good. I did awesome.
Where were you standing?
On the grass, close to the pitcher's mound.
Yeah, it's about 55 feet, I think.
Watch him.
right across home plate, didn't you?
Yeah.
It's pretty impressive.
It's really fun being at the baseball game, especially this year with John, knowing that another kid gets to throw out the first pitch and how him and I can relate in having a stroke. And then also I remember last year when I threw out the first pitch, it being fun, and I remember it being very successful and many people enjoying it, and it pretty much went the same way this year, so I'm very happy about that.
Strikeout stroke.
Strikeout stroke!
So strikeout stroke. Strikeout stroke.
Strikeout stroke!
And strikeout stroke is the best thing that has ever happened for us to educate the community.